I love this time of the year because it brings so many new people to the sport of darts. And if you found yourself coming across this video, I assume that you're one of those players and you are in the perfect spot because I'm going to go over the best advice for new dart players. Now in this video, I'm not going to go over anything on how to throw the dart or how to get better at darts. If you're interested in that, make sure you go check out my other videos, because in this one, I'm just going to go over the best advice that I can give to a new darts player. And if you want to keep up with advice and tips on your darts game, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is that you have to stick with it. Darts is not one of these games that you're just going to miraculously get really good at overnight. It takes a lot of time to get good. When you first start playing, you're not going to hit your target as much as you'd like, and you're probably going to get a little frustrated. Now that's okay, all dart players feel frustrated, all the way from the new players to the best in the world. The difference is how you approach that frustration. You can either A, just get so frustrated and quit and not deal with it anymore, or B, you can turn that frustration into a positive and use it as motivation to get better. And I promise you that if you just stick with it and use that frustration as motivation to get better, that you will be so happy that you did. Because eventually, once you start hitting your targets more, your confidence is going to build and you're going to find yourself playing a lot better darts. And then you'll also reach a point where you feel comfortable going out playing tournaments and meeting other players. This is where a lot of the benefits of darts is gonna come, because you're gonna meet so many new people, make a lot new friends, become a part of a really awesome community, and who knows, maybe you'll find yourself traveling around to play other tournaments. And if you really put your mind to it and put in a lot of practice and have that dedication to be the best, you can find yourself on the World Championship stage. Now, of course, that's going pretty far because that's gonna take a lot of time and dedication. But just make sure you stick with it, because darts is such a fun sport, and it's a sport that you can play for a long time, and one day you'll find yourself thanking yourself for sticking with it and not giving up. So just remember that it's gonna take time to get good, but once you feel yourself getting better, it's gonna boost your confidence and you're gonna be happy you stuck with it. My second piece of advice here is make sure that you start off playing easy darts games. Now, the main game that you're going to see in darts is 501 double out. As a new darts player, it's going to take you a long time to get down to a double, and then eventually once you do get down to a double, you might find yourself just throwing at it the rest of the night and never hitting it. So I do not recommend starting off with your normal darts games. There's so many fun darts games to play out there, and I have a video, the 5 best darts games for beginning dart players. I highly recommend checking out that video because I go over some games that I think are really good for beginner dart players. These are games that are going to be fun regardless of your skill level. And that's what's important, is the making sure that you are having fun as a new darts player. Now, of course, you're going to put some time in this at the beginning to help get better and boost your confidence, and then eventually you're going to have to learn the main darts games like 01 and cricket. But the thing is, once you find yourself hitting your targets more, those games like 501 double out and cricket will be so much more enjoyable because you're gonna hit your targets better. So start with some easy games, check out my video on best darts games for beginners, and that'll get you off to a good start. The third thing I'm gonna talk about here is do not overthink your darts throw. Now, yes, there's a lot of videos out there on the internet telling you how to throw darts. Quite a few of them are for me. But the thing is, all of those tips on how to throw darts is just kind of fundamentals and guidelines. There are some key things to your darts throw that you should think about and work on in your practice, but really at the end of the day, the best darts throw for you is what feels the most comfortable. So I do suggest checking out some videos on how to throw darts, but take it all with a grain of salt. Test out the things that they talk about in the video and see what works for you, but really at the end of the day, what matters most is what's comfortable for you. If you find yourself trying things that aren't comfortable, then you're not going to find yourself improving and you're not going to have that much fun playing, and there's a good chance you might just decide to quit. So do not overthink that darts throw and just make sure it's comfortable for you. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about here is make sure that you are going out and being a part of the darts community and playing out with other people. Now, this might sound intimidating at first. I remember when I first started throwing darts, I was nervous to go out because I didn't want to embarrass myself or maybe let someone down who randomly got partnered up with me. But really, going out and once you start playing with people, you're going to notice that you're probably not the worst player at the bar and that everyone is there just to have fun. And once you find yourself going out, you're going to find your darts getting a lot better, because going out in a competitive environment is going to really help you improve your darts game. It's going to put pressure on you to hit shots, and once you find yourself hitting those pressure shots, you're just going to feel a lot more comfortable on the dartboard. And also, once you go out, you're probably going to find out that there's a league and other tournaments in the area, so who knows, maybe you might find yourself on a league and going out to other tournaments, and that's where you're going to start making a lot of friends and being a part of the community. First, I recommend just going to some bars that have dartboards and go there to practice to see who you might run into, because then you'll learn about all the darts in the area. And then secondly, you should go to Facebook and search for darts organizations in your area. From here, you'll find tournaments called blind draws, and these are tournaments where everyone just shows up. You buy in, you get a random partner, and you play. Blind draws are my biggest recommendation for going out and playing because they're a lot of fun. You might get paired with the best player in the bar and win the tournament and win a couple bucks. But at worst, you're gonna go out, meet some new people, have a lot of fun, and become a part of the darts community. The fifth thing I'm gonna talk about here is make sure that you are learning your darts math. One thing that I see with a lot of new darts players, and I completely understand because it took me quite some time to learn my darts math, but that they'll throw one dart, take a step back, figure out their math, throw their second dart, take a step back, and then throw their third dart. Every time you do this, you're taking yourself out of your rhythm. So the better you know your darts math, the more of a rhythm you're gonna be able to get, which will improve your darts. Now, I'm not saying you have to sit here and study and do all this work to learn your darts math. I say the best way to learn your darts math is, of course, playing, but also chalking. So when you're playing and chalking, just make sure you're paying attention to the numbers. When I first started playing, I always relied on people and outs charts to let me know my math, and I didn't put much thought into it because I always had those resources. It wasn't until I made the conscious decision to start paying attention to these numbers that I really found myself understanding it so much more and so much quicker. And when I did, my darts game improved because I was able to keep my rhythm at the dartboard with all 3 darts. So you don't have to take all this time to study the darts math, just make sure you're conscious and learning it as you play. The sixth thing I'm gonna talk about here is make sure that you get darts that you like. I see the question all the time, what is the best darts for a beginner dart player? And my answer to that is whatever darts you think are the coolest. I think it's important to have a cool set of darts that you enjoy throwing because it's going to boost your confidence and make you feel better when you're throwing them. It doesn't matter how expensive or cheap they are. An expensive set of darts doesn't always mean the best set of darts for you. What's most important is that you have darts that you think are cool, that you enjoy throwing, and that make you want to pick them up and throw them. So don't get too wrapped up in what darts you should buy. Just go online, look around, find a set that you think look awesome, and get those. The seventh and final thing I'm going to talk about here is that you just need to make sure that you are having fun playing darts. Do not overthink the game. Do not put too much pressure on yourself to throw well. Just anytime you throw darts, have the mindset that you do this because you have fun doing it. Darts is an activity that's meant to be enjoyed, so if you're not having fun, then you're not gonna keep playing. So kind of to go back what I talked about number 2, playing easy games, that if you're playing super hard games, you're probably not gonna have fun doing. That's why I recommend starting with some easy games because you'll have a lot more fun with those. And if you find yourself missing shots, who cares? You have 3 darts every single round, just make sure you're having fun throwing them. And when you find yourself having fun, you're gonna find that your darts get way better a lot quicker because since you're having so much fun, you're gonna find yourself practicing more, you're gonna find yourself going out more, and your overall confidence is gonna be higher. So having fun is gonna help you drastically improve your darts. All right, guys, 8th bonus tip, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go because here at Bullshot Darts, we talk a lot about how to get better at darts. There's a lot of different things about darts. And the more Bullshot Darts you watch, the more 180s you'll hit. Some videos should have popped up somewhere over here. Click one, click them both. Make sure you drop this video a thumbs up before you go. Check out bullshotdarts.com for Bullshot Apparel or the Bullshot Darts jersey. I'll see you guys in the next one, and shoot well.